Hi, it's Sally. Remember, if you like these videos, please like and share. Now, on to today's question. Hello, it's Sally again, and it's time for another question for the guides. And this one's kind of interesting. It's about emotions. This time of year, a lot of people feel a lot of emotions, and there's a lot of funny acting out because of it. Either you're going to drink too much at the office party because of all the jealousies and pent-up stuff that you've been feeling all year, or you're going to say something horrible to your brother or your sister or your sister-in-law or whatever. The thing is, it's a time where we spend a lot of time with people in a way we don't usually do. So it's going to push us up against stuff we don't normally do. So let's talk about emotions. And the question is, why are emotions so hard? Well, the first thing that they're coming up with why emotions are so hard is because they make you want to react to them. Emotions are designed as information to your brain, to your understanding, your frontal lobe, your understanding of what is going on in front of you. Information about how you can make a decision about what's best to do next, or how to interpret what's going on. That's all emotions are. They're information coming from the outside that trigger a chemical reaction in your mind. That's all they are. Now, that goes on and does, a whole lot of other stuff, right? And there's a reason for that. Back when we were primates, it was really important, because we're highly social people, to understand how to behave in a group. That's one of the reasons. And also how to survive. Because if you make the wrong choice, you end up dead. And that's still true today. I don't mean to laugh, but it really is. You make the wrong choice, you can end up dead. So, what makes them hard? What makes them hard is that a lot of people, when we're very, very young, get taught that some emotions must be avoided, or must be suppressed, or must be denied, pushed away. That's one reason. Another reason is when we feel this emotion for a very long time, it feels like it's forever. It feels like we will never not feel it again. It's this temporaneousness of, it's like all time is now. When you're feeling, especially a dark emotion, like if you're feeling depression or sadness or frustration or something like that, you end up, it feels like you can't imagine a time when you didn't feel this. It's sort of an all cloaking. Now imagine you're a small child and you're feeling frustration and anger, and you're told by the big people that that is not allowed. No temper tantrums allowed, no anger allowed. We will spank you for this. So you learn that having these big emotions leads to bad effect. So you're going to press them down and press them down and press them down and press them down and press them down until you can't anymore, till they come bubbling out like a volcano. That's what happens this time of year when we're with other people. And then, of course, alcohol is involved. It can get pretty rough. You know that. Never drink at office parties, people. Really don't. You need to keep in control. So what is it about emotions that makes them seem so timeless? It's whether or not they're accepted, or whether or not they're acknowledged. Now I'm going to say that again: accepted and or acknowledged. You know how you wake up some days and you just feel dark? And sometimes it's a physical, like you don't feel well physically, so your mind goes dark. But sometimes you feel fine physically, but your brain goes dark. Remember, we're not separate bodies and minds. We are of one thing. So what goes on in your mind goes on in your body. And what goes on in your body goes on in your mind. You can't separate them, no matter how much the medical doctors in the medical world want to do that. You can't do it. You are your mind and your body. So back to the point. When imagine waking up in the morning and you feel a darkness, and you don't know what it is. If you do this one little tiny thing, which is, what am I feeling? Simply, What am I feeling? Acknowledge it, face it, don't hide it, don't run from it, don't push it down, don't allow it to become part of you. Just acknowledge, what am I feeling? And have the conversation. Because when you acknowledge the feeling, i.e., receive the message, i.e., open the mail, it has been received and you can allow it to go. Now, in the case of anger, generally when you say, yes, I am feeling angry, it doesn't necessarily go away when you acknowledge it. So what do you do when you perceive you're feeling inappropriately angry? Well, a good way is to do one of the change your states, either exercise, which you want to do aerobic exercise, which will help you change your state by the movement of breath, because we process through our breath. Another thing is to dump, do a brain dump, either through writing or through talking about it, and just have a brain dump with a friend. Remember, they're not supposed to receive your anger. You're just going to allow it. And then when you get rid of some of this anger, then you're going to say, what about this makes me angry? Why am I angry? Unpack the understanding, because often people don't unpack the understanding. And when you do that, like say, I am angry because I feel that my needs were disregarded when my sister-in-law asked me to do something. Do you see what I mean? And then you can have an adult conversation with yourself instead of a toddler conversation. I'm mad, I don't want to do it. And, after you get some of the feelings down, you say, well, why am I angry? What about this makes me angry? Well, I felt disregarded. And then you can choose how you show up after that. Do you understand? So you can choose your next best thing. You don't have to show up as your toddler self. You can show up as the big adult person that you actually are, because that's the difference between adults and children. Adults take their emotions, notice them, acknowledge them, and then allow them to go away. So I hope this helps. I know this is a very emotional time of year. And if you need anything, remember, you can contact me at sallyreid.com, and I would love to be able to help you personally. I do take a few private clients for mentorship, for healing mentorship. But also I have a free Facebook group where we interact as well. So make sure that you like and share this if it helps. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.